The APL 64 Virtual Keyboard is available in the APL 64 developer version by checking the APL Virtual Keyboard checkbox in the session menu. The APL 64 Virtual Keyboard is a non-modal window which presents buttons associated with APL glyphs. When a glyph button is clicked, the associated glyph is inserted into the APL 64 developer version GUI editable control, if any, which has the keyboard focus. The layout of the APL 64 Virtual Keyboard is analogous to the APL physical keyboard. The editable GUI controls which can be affected by clicking a virtual keyboard button include the history pane, a variable or function editor, and the command line. The editable GUI control with the keyboard focus is the target of a button click on the APL 64 Virtual Keyboard. Besides the session menu item checkbox, the display of the APL 64 Virtual Keyboard is controlled by the Ctrl+B keyboard shortcut. The APL 64 Virtual Keyboard also provides the space, backspace, and enter buttons. The APL 64 Virtual Keyboard is a non-modal, translucent window. Move the APL 64 Virtual Keyboard window on the workstation desktop by dragging it with a depressed left mouse button. When repositioning the APL 64 Virtual Keyboard window by mouse dragging, position the mouse pointer on any blank area of the window. Each glyph key has color-coded quadrants, effectively providing up to 4 glyph buttons per glyph key. The APL 64 Virtual Keyboard base, Shift, Alt and Alt plus Shift buttons control the color coding of the glyph keys. For example, display the APL 64 Virtual Keyboard. Put the keyboard focus in the editable classic history pane with the mouse. Using the mouse, click the 4 quadrants of the H glyph key on the APL 64 Virtual Keyboard. The uppercase H, lowercase h, delta underscore, and delta glyphs will be inserted in order into the classic history pane. Resize the APL 64 Virtual Keyboard by dragging the resize grip in the lower right corner of the window with the left mouse button depressed. Close the APL 64 Virtual Keyboard by clicking the X button to the right of the space key on the window. Thank you for viewing this video. If you have questions or comments, please contact support@apl2000.com.